Okay, the last step that we have to go through here is run our graphics, test them out. Now, ideally, after we build each thing for transition logic, we should test it and take it into Trio just to make sure it works. That way, there's not too much troubleshooting to do on the back end if things aren't going right. But to save us a little bit of time, I just went through everything, and now we're going to go through and test it. So you can see up here the way Trio is broken up at that the A, B, C, D, E, F, D live OTS strap. These are all the call-up scenes / templates. So what I did is you just go into import scenes, you find your folder, and here's all the call-up scenes, nicely organized in red. You can tell immediately which ones are the call-up scenes and which one is the master scene, which you do not ever want to import into Trio. Now you have your templates, and then you just kind of go in and manipulate each template. So you click on it, you change the text, and then you hit the save button and you give it a number. And that number then gets saved down here in this playlist. So you can see we saved off an example of each one of those call-up scenes or templates. And now we have pages. It's time to go ahead and test this out. So we're going to do a direct take on this first one. That was our A. We can go ahead and just keep going through each one of these. So the big text comes in. This is C, our state C. Here comes state D, transitions. State E, transitions again. There's our other text. And finally, our last text. Now, the nice thing is with transition logic is that to get back to state A or the small coming up, you don't need to actually take the whole graphic off. You can just hit the direct take and it transitions to that graphic. And that's the whole point of transition logic and multiple states, in that every graphic needs to be able to get to the other graphic, so that no matter what graphic we're on, we can quickly and easily have it transition to the ones that we need. So we have our lower third up. Now, if we wanted to add those additional elements, so here comes our breaking news. They could add that. That could switch to big story, and this could even switch to the custom text and have it come in and out. Our OTS here, we have it set up so we had the picture that we could choose. We have our bullet points here. We have the bullets come on. We chose 4 of them. We're going to do a direct take on our next one. We forgot to fill out the title on that. The picture one, we have an example of that too. So we'll do a direct take, and here you can see the picture comes up for that example. And again, if we needed to go ahead and change that lower third, we could do that. And or the strap, it's breaking news now. Now, the last thing we need to test is our live buttons. And like I said, this was really just an almost switch. So we're going to do a direct take. You can see the live comes in. However, if you did need to change it to a different one, we could do that. We can just do that and see it flips to the new one. We'll do a direct take on the next one. It flips to the breaking news. We do a direct take on that, flips to the live breaking news, and then a direct take on the exclusive. You can go back to each one of these again. So keep changing it up. Everything looks like it's functioning here as far as the way that things transition from one to another. For example, from E to back to A, you know, these little tweaks like that, the speed and stuff like that, something you can always go back and tweak. Now, also, you just want to be careful. Don't leave yourself open for a situation like this where you have a breaking news or the strap is left up there on a banner like that. So you may need to set up some rules for transition logic, and or if you want to kind of dummy proof this, you can combine graphics or make combination pages right in Trio here. If you always wanted this big text to come up, for example, if we have a big text here, and we're pretty sure that we always want the breaking news to come up, you can highlight 2 of these things and right click on it, and then you can create this little combo page down here. If you say create combo page, it will actually allow you to create a combination, and then these 2 elements will always come up together once you create that combination page.